Donna, I have to talk about you for a quick second. I know you don't like this, but the first time I met this man, I was just a tech sergeant. I was an E6, and I had just come back at some point from Little Rock Air Force Base going through flight engineer training. And I'm an Air Force guy at this point. I'm darker blue than my jacket is how I view the Air Force. And I came up to this gentleman, and he's a captain. Not only is he a captain, he's a fighter pilot. And my heroes growing up were fighter pilots. So he is this guy, right? And I go up, stick my hand out. Hello, sir, Tech Sergeant Steve Rice, and I'd like to meet. Pleasure to meet you. He says, I go by Carp. Just call me Carp. And I looked at him, and I didn't even know what he was saying. I didn't even understand what he was saying out of his mouth. And I realized that, because I'm like, I fish. I'm like, was he talking about fish? And come to find out, this man was a carpenter before he came in the Air Force, before he became a fighter pilot. He was a carpenter. He swung a hammer, back when you used hammer and nails. And actually, that's what he did for a living. And his call sign, his go-by was Carp. So, but the point of that whole story was that's how he made you feel. And after that moment, I realized that he's really a good guy. He could have came in strong. He could have punched down if he wanted to. He didn't. He made me feel special and important at that pivotal time of our unit's history when we were merging enlisted aviators with former fighter pilots. And those of you that were around for that time, Rick Wainman, I saw you out there. It was strange times. Bruce Bennett, it was a little tenuous at first. But because of men like him and General Robertson, because of you guys' kindness and consideration, it didn't take long for us to be a cohesive fighting unit, and more than that, you treated us like family, so I appreciate that. Brigadier General Williams and the men and women of the Illinois Army National Guard, I couldn't be more proud to serve alongside you. You might see in the program on the backside that my great-grandfather served in the Illinois National Guard before there were airplanes, so he didn't have a choice. So he obviously went green. And I didn't realize till my dad told me he served longer than I thought. He was in from the late 1800s clear up until almost World War I he served. So he was in the 6th Illinois Infantry. It was proud, and I think we have a family heirloom, his pocket watch, that is inscribed with his rank. He attained corporal in the 6th Illinois Infantry. It's a prized possession for us. So I'm proud to be associated with the men and women of the Illinois Army National Guard. It's my pleasure. And Chief Black, I saw you here, and Sergeant Major Kelly, and Sergeant Major Salami. Thank you so much for coming. Colonel Metzdorf, I see you made it here. I'm not so sure that, I got something to talk about you later. My airing of grievances is coming up later. So I'll get to you in a minute, so just stand by. General Jacobs, sir, I've been a fan of yours for a long time. We kind of came up through the ranks together, you at Scott, me in Peoria, obviously all the conferences, National Guard Association along the way, NAUGUS, and I am so proud to be working side by side with you in so many capacities, and thank you for being here and making the time. It really means a lot to me, so thank you so much. Chief Mertz, I look forward to working with you and seeing you develop this next generation of the enlisted force in our great state. You have a great vision. Just like me, you got big boots to fill. I got big boots to fill. You got even bigger boots to fill, because Chief Burton is there. Thank you so much for making your way, and it means a lot for you all to be here today. General Robertson, I could stand up here and talk for hours about your mentorship and I wouldn't be here without you, obviously. You've been such a big part of my life. And you taught me about mission. You were a mission guy. It didn't come at the cost of airmen. It didn't come at the cost of families. But you made it clear from day one that mission was important. We had to make the mission. And you didn't suffer fools, and I don't either. I appreciate that about you. And now, fast forward, I would